I'm seeing an uncommon record for a total of 1,600 won in total fishing, ranking first in tax payment. Saito Hitori is taking a break. He's all in the sophomore year of middle school graduation. He especially emphasized the importance of relationships that the richest man puts a lot of effort into. He says that the way you treat people is very important for the money to come in smoothly. Today, I'm going to introduce you to the 5 rules of human relationships. Human relations law that attracts money. 1. Always show a confident figure in your work. There are people who work without confidence because they worry that consumers will not be satisfied because they are afraid that they will make a mistake while doing their profession or work they love. There are a lot of good people who are humble, so I'm probably hesitating or anxious about whether this method I'm doing is okay. But you shouldn't show your anxiety on your face when you're at work. This is because the pros here are dignified and confident to serve their opponents. Let's say we went to the hospital. No matter how clean the hospital is and it is equipped with the latest equipment, if the doctors are very anxious and show no confidence in their treatment, we will never try to go to that hospital again. It's a different matter how friendly the doctor is and how good he is, because consumers want the best service for what they pay for. It's okay if you don't have the confidence to stand up. You just have to be as proud as you are. No matter how anxious or trembling inside, it's better to work with relatives and confidently. That dignity will increase your skills and eventually bring people together. Human relations law that attracts money. 2. If you claim to be unusually kind, the other person's behavior will change. When a person acknowledges that they are good and treats them well, their behavior changes. Human beings are such creatures. There are many people in the world who gossip about others without knowing it well. There are people who ignore or look down on their wealth or academic background and treat them with disrespect. Let's say you've heard from someone before that I'm swearing behind someone you know well. Then of course you will feel very bad. Right now I am so moved that I want to give it back to that person. But if I must have misunderstood something, I'm not the one to say that. When you tell them that, you acknowledge that the other person is good. You realize that you have done something very wrong. And at that moment, your words and actions change. If you acknowledge and respond to the other person, that person will soon be on your side. And if you keep doing that, you will soon be filled with people around you who will guide you to success. Human relations law that attracts money. 3. Reject the black and white logic and admit the gray area. In fact, there is a gray area in the world where black and white cannot be clearly divided. Also, everyone has a gray area. But the problem is that people think what they are comfortable with, so there is nothing they can do about their gray area. There is a tendency to think that people's gray areas are unforgivable, even after going to the Oriental Clinic. But it is like the evening at sunset, the middle time that connects the day and the night, patched by crabs. If you divide everything into black and white, split the sides and share love, the people around you will only disappear. So you should try to acknowledge the gray areas in your relationships. That's the secret to meeting new people and maintaining long-lasting relationships with friends, yes. Human relationships law that attracts money. 4. Deliberately expose your weaknesses. What is it that you're the same as me? People with whom you feel like you can quickly become strong and supportive friends. As their support continues, you will be able to be loved by more and more people. It should be noted here that when you talk about your shortcomings, you shouldn't make the listener depressed. Rather, it is better to tell the humor so that the error can be heard in a bright atmosphere. Human relations law that attracts money. 5. Please don't write cliched answers. Good people are usually humble. For example, in the middle of a conversation, are you doing well at work these days? Let's say you've been told that you're being recognized. But what if you answered like this? Because I work hard, everyone gives me. Without me, the company will go unnoticed and the other party will be surprised and the place will be a sea of laughter. If you give a reasonable or surprising answer like this, you can increase your liking and give the other person the idea of wanting to talk for a long time, rather than being humble by saying, it's not even the time to receive compliments. And if you answer, thank you, you have good eyesight, the other person will give you an incorrect answer and the atmosphere will be friendly. If you stop talking like this, people will become more and more attractive and you will get attention from many people. I want you to remember these 5 things. Be confident in what you do. Tell the person in charge that you are kind and acknowledge and treat them. Let's acknowledge the gray zone rather than the binary dichotomy of this or that. Today, I prepared a meditation in the hope that everyone will succeed and become rich. For a successful family, of course, you have to basically build up your skills. But it is an iron rule of human society that even if you have excellent skills, a person with a bad reputation will never succeed in human relationships because there are limits to what you can do alone. I hope that you too refer to today's video and go through relationships that always attract people and money. It was a bookmark. I support your success and happiness.